New details this afternoon. Toledo Fire and Rescue says the fire at Brent Industries in Toledo has been, quote, substantially extinguished. But firefighters are still there, keeping an eye on spots that are smoldering. This comes 3 days after that explosion at the industrial laundry facility that killed 2 employees. Here's a look at what that area looks like as of today. Toledo Fire Department now saying South Avenue will reopen to traffic, but as conditions allow. There might be still some closures to support the ongoing operations, like if they have to put more water on this fire. Now, the U.S. EPA not identifying any air quality or drinking water concerns so far for people who live around Brent Industries. As for the cause of that explosion, that investigation still ongoing.